Hey everybody, welcome back to Swamp Donkey Gardens. It's July 6th. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I'm down here. I figured I'd do a quick video on tomatoes, and it is hot in the greenhouse. It's probably about, I would say probably about 89, 95 between. But it's hot, as you can tell. I'm sweating. But let me turn you around here, and like I said, we'll make just a real quick video here on how I trim my tomatoes up in here. And I got 2 beds done back behind me. I think, yeah, this one's done here, and we'll flip you around here. And just real quick here, thank you for all the comments. What was it called? Hatfield Country. Shout out to you. Your garden looks great, man. Keep up the good work. And whew, is it hot here? It's hot outside. It's really humid here in Pennsylvania, but it's pretty hot in the greenhouse. So let's get carried on here. Let me flip you around. So yeah, check this out. Home is my happy place. So we'll flip you around, and if you look down there, I cut the head off of that sunflower, and that thing is going. So, but anyhow, back to the tomatoes. So I got my my clippers. I got my wipe rag. Oh, look, if there's a monarch butterfly. I've saved so many of them out of here. I'll get that here later on in the video. I'll get them and take them outside. But there's bees all over flying around in here. So, but back here, if you can't tell on this monstrosity, we got our tomatoes trellised up. This whole side here, excluding this one right here. This was a Super Sweet 100 cherry tomato, but the rest are Amish paste. It would be this trellis and this trellis back. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I know there's one stuffed down in there here. So, but as you can see with these ones, which I got them pretty trimmed up, if we look down below, we got good airflow all the way around. As you can see, I take all the leaves off, I would say a good 2 feet up, 24 inches, let's say, if you want to go there. Like I said, I'll go around, and you can see back through there. And you want good airflow, and you want it opened up. So there's, and I know it looks kind of jungly, but it's really not. It's really kind of taken care of, and that monarch butterfly in the background is just wanting to get out. So, but after this video, I'll let him out. So, but yeah, as you can see, there's no suckers. We got no suckers. We got one single stem tomato plant, and they'll grow up, up, up. And which over here we have a Brandywine black, or charcoal, if you would say. And as you can tell, look at the leaves, a lot different than these leaves. This being an Amish paste, and this being a Brandywine black. But this is a tomato potato seed, or leaf. Sorry about that. But that's just, there's different kind of leaves in each different tomato plant. So a lot of them are, you know what I mean, a lot of them are like these ones here. But there's some that are like these, and these are called a potato tomato leaf. So Sunflower Volunteer, I don't know if you remember him from last time. But then we'll get over into, I guess we can go real quick here. Sorry, I spun you around, make you dizzy. Here again, these are smaller than, so I still got airflow under there, all sides around. Let me show you these again. Peppers, that's loaded with them. I just staked these up. Anyhow, back to the tomatoes. And this first one here, which is pretty open, which I did this one earlier, and that's what gave me the notion to do the video. But we'll come over here, and none of this back in here has been touched. So we got, for example, this is the second one in, and we got right here is a sucker. And if I can get my scissors and do her one-handed, we're good in there. Goodbye. So, as again, this one has, it's a single stem growing right up in the trellis, and then I'll put another tomato clip right under this leaf node. So that one's good. Well, maybe not. I'm gonna take that one out of there. And there's a sucker in there too. If we can't see behind that, I'll just zip it out of there. Sucker. And now we'll come in with our clippers. These bottom leaves. Get rid of them. So now that's pretty far up. Now we could go. And this one, these tomato plants do this. This here is a fruit node, but it comes all the way out here and it has a sucker on the end of it. So usually what I do with them, I go right to the end to where there's no more nodes, which I guess I could go this way and clip that off there. So it's going to send all its energy to all these little tomato plants, or these little tomatoes. And hopefully a bee comes by and pollinates these ones and they'll get some cherry tomatoes. But if we go up again, if we're on this one again, we go up. Oh, look, we got there 2 suckers. Be gone. Be gone. And you can just go in with your fingers. And like again over here is another monstrosity, which is this tomato plant here is encroaching on this one, which when I trellis this one up here, it will go back. So, but we have a sucker, again, main stem, leaf node, sucker. And I take my suckers out of there because these are all indeterminate tomatoes, and I just do them as a single stem. Now I'll come up, and I know the bottom is clear, so I'm going to keep coming up, and then I'll get a tomato clip and I'll clip that. And if you want to hold on 1 second, I'll grab a tomato clip and see if we can't. Ooh, I don't know one-handed. This is a 2-hand operation. We'll see if we can't clip it though. Take 10 minutes. Get on there. Oh, I broke that. Oops. But I broke that off. No big deal. There's more below it. Sorry about that plant. But that's on there pretty loosely, and it's just barely on there. But that you get the general idea. And if we go back to this next one, you see in here, sucker. Flower nodes. So them are future tomatoes. And we're going down this one here. Got a little sucker right there, but you can't see the corner. But the suckers always grow out of main stem, leaf node, always a sucker. Usually on every leaf node. As you can see, this is an old sucker, and that's an old sucker, but this one is a new. They like to grow, but if you keep them clean, and again here, and you notice I'm just doing this with my fingers. If we can zoom in on that one, just pop it off there. And then some of these leaves down here we'll get rid of because we have some fruit. And if I could get my scissors again, and we get rid of this leaf, this leaf, this leaf, and we could probably get rid of this one. And we see back in there, we'll get that other plant in the back. As you can see, this side has pretty good airflow. As you can see over the other side, we're gonna have to trim them out of there. So now you see how I take care of my indeterminate plant. Now I'll move on to the next one. I know it's like repetitive, but this goes on all season. And I took that's 2 beds full. Well, I did 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. 2 beds plus 4 plants. That's the amount of off-fall we get. So, but yeah, and then we come over to this side, and it's the same. It's got, you can see, main stem, leaf node. That's this guy. Sucker. Goodbye. But I clean all that stuff up. They don't like to, and here again is another example of not a sucker, but it's got flower nodes, and then it's got a sucker in the end. So I'll take it off so we don't get a sucker. That little thing there's a sucker, so we'll just take that off right there, and we'll let them go. So let's see how on the front here we have all of our, it's about 2 feet up, so we have enough room for our purple basil to go. And then we didn't get over here yet, and that'll be all trimmed up there. Purple basil will grow up through there and won't be crowded. Look at how many cherry tomatoes are going to be on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Possible 18 tomatoes. That's cherry tomatoes. And again, this one here, as you can see, it's kind of encroaching on everything, but it'll be trellised up here. And there we go. So, but yeah, that's tomatoes. And I don't think last video, I don't think I showed you the onions. My onions are doing rock and rolling. You get twinning, but they're in there. There's a huge one in there underneath that flower right there. Oops, I must have flipped you around. Now you can see how sweaty I am. But yeah, that's tomatoes, or yeah, that's peppers. So this is the other side of the tomatoes, and I do have a cucumber growing up in the other side of this tomatoes, and I try to keep them all trimmed up. And this one here will need trellised. And the bottom leaves, you can see they're all curly and yellow, and then we'll all take all them out of there. Good airflow. And see, here's another one of those examples. I don't know why it does that, but goodbye. So, but yeah, that's tomatoes. Oop. This is trimmed. Quarter of the way trimmed. All right, guys. That'll be about it. I'm gonna sweat my butt off here, and I gotta clip some of them down and put them up on the stand. Them sunflowers behind me. There's quite a few around, so I'm gonna have quite a few down there. Oh no! There comes another. There went another monarch butterfly. You know what? I know he's in here. I'm turning this fan off. But anyhow, I gotta unplug it. Swamp Donkey Gardens. Tomatoes. Peace.